Welcome to a short reflection by Sebastian Mathud in Canto XXIII of Dante's Inferno. As the poets take their leave of the black talons, Dante suddenly gets a premonition of the danger the two remain in, once their escort realizes they, like the Navarrese sinner, have escaped their power. Virgil instantly grasps this fear, and confesses it's also his own. To understand his reaction, we have to reflect back on his discomfiture at the gates of Dis, when he shook his head in Canto IX at the obstinance of the fallen angels, and muttered, "Yet surely we were meant to pass these tombs. If not, so much was promised." Human reason, when it confronts madness, is often confounded for the time it takes to regain its composure, and it's as often in trouble when it is not accompanied by the light of grace. Logically, Virgil understands that he and Dante can't be harmed by these demons, and he demonstrates this presence of mind after he slides with Dante into the sixth Bolgia, and no longer has cause for fright. In the moment, though, he realizes that these demons skirt the rules, and his concern seems as much for his sake as for Dante's, as he hurls himself supine down the cliff with Dante in his arms. The foreshadowing of Virgil, who begins the canto speaking of himself as a pane of leaded glass, or mirror, is manifest in the meeting of the hypocrites who wear dazzling, golden, and fair cloaks. The criminals of the sixth Bolgia, the poets find, are hypocrites, and two with whom they speak are jovial friars, who were once charged with peacemaking, but secretly worked against an impartial peace because of their political affiliations. Hypocrisy, which pretends to be on the outside what it is not on the inside, is shown to be a corruption of the truth, and those who graft can easily, like the poets, slide into it. In mid-sentence, Dante stops and stares at a sinner crucified to hell's floor. He is Caiaphas, who said that it is expedient that one man shall die for the people, and that the whole nation perish not. As head of the Sanhedrin, Caiaphas was deluded in his thinking, preaching a Messiah who would come to save the people, but not recognizing that Messiah when he arrived. He made short peace with Rome to retain his power base. Virgil, too, marvels at this find, for Caiaphas wasn't there his first trip through. To avoid having to ask the devils for help lifting them out of the pit, Virgil asks one of the friars for directions, whereupon he learns that Malakota had lied to him about the bridge. The friar explains the devil is the father of lies, which is an apt observation for a liar, but one that fills Virgil with righteous indignation, as much as human reason allows, a parallel to which will be St. Peter's righteous indignation, Paradiso, sufficient to darken all of heaven. Like Victor Frankenstein, who creates life and rejects it, the hypocrite espouses a truth with his mouth that he ultimately rejects in his heart. In short, he lies. And when we start lying, we often find that additional lies have to be told to cover up the original lies, so that what is promised incipiently never bears out in practice. The way out is, as John Stearns has put it in his blog posting, a regular examination of conscience, so that we begin with first being true to ourselves, so that we cannot, in the words of Polonius to his son Laertes in Shakespeare's Hamlet, then be false to any man. If we find that we've told someone an untruth, we have to seek forgiveness from God, then from the person we have wronged, and then we have to make it right.